But wait! This reminds me of another game I played a bit this month.
Oh god.
Aha, I'm sneaking to it again.
I already made the thumbnail!
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
Into the Pit is advertised on Steam as a fast-paced retro FPS roguelite with an exclamation point. As a member of a family of lore-hunting mystics, you are summoned to a cursed village, drawn by rumors of a demonic portal. Dark magics have overwhelmed the village. It's up to you to rescue the survivors, grow your powers, and journey into the pit. So you are basically in a space with a bunch of doors, each with a little icon over a bell. These bells all make the exact same sound, and each door has someone behind it that offer things, but you have to wait to be included in their things until you found enough settlers, or survivors, as the summary said, to make these people interested in helping you. You go down a set of stairs to an altar, insert up to 4 modifying gems into sockets, and a destination gem into the destination socket. The modifying gems are buffs or debuffs you apply to your run, and other destination gems are bought from one of the guys back in town. When you start your run, you're placed in a room with 8 doors, divided into 4 sections, thus 2 doors per section. Each door offers a hint over it of what you will find inside. There are 6, probably, different currencies you can collect for different reasons. Sometimes you'll find a room to offer health in exchange for something cool, or another that has a healing pit, and some even have settlers waiting inside to be rescued. Before you start choosing rooms, you select your left and right hand weapons and a starting buff, all randomized. I always tried to make my left kind of snipey, my right kind of shotgunny, and always went for health buffs because enemies hit pretty hard to begin with. You then start completing rooms. Each room you complete rewards you with power-ups or buffs, again randomized, including elemental effects to your weapons, increased move speed, the works. 4 or 5 levels of 4 rooms to complete, and then you get a boss fight. Each room basically took 1 minute to finish, and at the end you get a recap, kind of like original Doom, with time elapsed, enemies killed or missed, and collectibles grabbed, etc. By my third run, the game had become simple to understand and a lot of fun to play. I just wish so badly that it had been given more time to bake. A term I heard from some of my favorite reviewers was bouncing around my head the whole time I was playing this game, because the phrase finally made sense. This game looks like the screen was smeared with shit.
What?
My guess is that the creators built it in a normal engine, turns out it was Unity, and then did a couple quick, cheap tricks to pixelate it to make it look or feel like a retro FPS. But it would have been better looking like a typical Unreal Engine basement-built game. The sound design was less than bare bones, as evidenced by the single bell sound for every merchant, and no voice acting. I'm pretty sure anytime I got hit by an attack, it was the same "I've been hit" sound effect, insert golden eyes. Jumping felt really floaty and wonky. Enemy AI had some rough path tracking, I guess you'd call it as a designer, making them easy to kill, but also there were a couple of rooms that spawn you right next to an enemy. This would have been acceptable if there wasn't an obvious 5-second delay after spawning of being unable to move.
Gross.
Ugh. This is probably the first time I actually loved the roguelite aspect of a game. It didn't feel like I was screwed by bad rolls. There's a chance to re-roll with one of the currencies, and I never did because I always felt like I could work with what I had rolled. It helped me be creative and not run the exact same build every time. I had to figure out how to make my rolls work instead of just doing the same thing over and over and over again. The shooting is fun. Building what kind of run with what buffs I want, etc. at the altar is great, but the technical oofs made me lose interest pretty quickly. I think the game said there were 50 settlers to save. I found somewhere between 5 and 10, and I was all set. In closing, both games are fantastic concepts, but felt to their own different levels of underbaked and needed more love and care put into them. I got Miles Morales on PS5 for $25. It's usually selling for $50. And I played Into the Pit for free through Humble Bundle Monthly on Humble's game library.